This take is kind of inspired by Milwaukee at the moment. Obviously doing very well, top of the East, Giannis, superstar, and Middleton's kind of come back, not looking the way that we want him to look. Obviously had some injuries, missed a bit of the playoffs last time. And so it's springboarding into this take that is probably, I don't think it's too disagreeable. Second stars, your B grade superstar, whatever you want to call them, your second in charge, your right hand man. They just don't get enough credit. And so this take is really just singing the praises of people who, aren't selling the most jerseys on their team, aren't scoring the most points, but are just as pivotal to the team actually being relevant and having any success. And so I got a quick list, don't worry. Obviously, Middleton's one. AD, being another, we love LeBron and everyone loves this GOAT career that's, supposedly being built. And he actually isn't going to win without AD anymore. And when AD goes down, which inadvertently seemed to happen a week after the Fakers take, we kind of forget that AD is actually really important to that team. We look at the Warriors, and Steph does amazing things, but Clay doesn't show up all the time, and Wiggins is coming back, and even with Miami, Jimmy misses a couple of games, but is Bam going to play consistently? Is Lowry going to play consistently? It's even Philadelphia, right? Harden comes back, and how's he going to supplement with Joel Embiid? So this take is not controversial. It's just to sing the praises of our forgotten second superstar people who just don't get the credit I think they deserve a lot of the time. And I think you're laughing, but this is how everyone else feels about it. They laugh, and we should be more supportive of our friends.
More supportive of our friends. This is hilarious. Help me out here. Firstly, let's start with, what would you like me to title this take?
Why? Well, I mean, you keep doing these like rhetorical questions, right? So, like, why the second star is more important than the first star?
But that's not even the take. You're just saying
Yeah,
that
but it's
you're
like,
basically saying
yeah,
that. So let me try and translate what I've just heard from what you've shared. You're basically saying that Giannis would not be successful without Chris Middleton playing at a high level, and Drew Holiday and those players around him. Just like LeBron wouldn't have won a
not
title
the
without
no, not the
AD.
players around him. Not it's the second star.
The
It's that
second star.
it's that recognition that we know that we don't do it alone. We know that
Yep.
it's a team effort, but it's the
Okay.
second stars that
Cool.
don't get enough credit for
Okay. So
things.
specifically that second star. So
The second
so
star.
so now we're going back all the way to perhaps the Detroit Pistons 2004, where you could make the argument that they had no stars in that lineup that beat the Lakers and obviously caused an upset and won the ring that year. They had many good players. They actually had all stars, but maybe none of them were superstars. I don't know. That was the argument that back then. But then if we go through all these years, yeah, absolutely. Warriors had Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, who's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. KD obviously was there for those two rings as well. Then you've got obviously Kawhi. Okay, you can make an argument Kawhi in Toronto didn't necessarily have a superstar, but Lowry was an all-star. Okay, so he's your B star there. Obviously, through the dynasty that was the Spurs, you got TD with obviously Tony Parker and Ginobili. I think your take here, I guess I'll ask that a little bit, is because it's an obvious fact. You have to have the talent in place to be able to win at this highest level, which is in part why we obviously talked about, say, Luka doesn't have that talent. Yeah, and even like LeBron, when he was young LeBron, dragged the Cavs to the finals against the Spurs, and he couldn't get over the hump. And I think if you want to take your take a little bit further, I don't know, how good's our NBA history right now off the top of our heads. Besides the Pistons, what other teams won a finals without what you're saying, that important B grade star? I don't know. I can't think of it.
Dallas from 2011 seems like that.
Yeah,
Dirk's
yeah.
clearly the A star, but who's the second? Is it Jason Terry? Obviously JJ Barea, I think, had a big game. Sean Marion, previous star, those kind of things. It's not a take
But they
to
were
get
all
clicks.
stars. But they were all stars.
Yeah, but look, we kind of recognize that players do make an all-star team that's it. It's a blip. We're talking about players who consistently, perform, and we expect them to do so. Look, the take is not supposed to ruffle any feathers, okay? It's actually supposed to stroke them back into a nice, neat pile. All right. It's just recognition for our second stars. All right. It's perhaps wholesome content, perhaps feeling very heavenly in my current backdrop is how I want that content to come out.
Sure. How much is Chris Middleton paying you?
How much is Chris Middleton paying me? Not enough. Would be the first answer.
Yo, this is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.